What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? I had to fight through what I had to fight through today, man. I'm here, though. I'm here. I'm motivated. I'm ready to talk about some things. Um, I just want to thank you all for the loving support. You all mean a lot to me. Those who stick with me. I don't make this channel to make anybody feel bad about their past. I don't make this channel to try to put anybody down. You know, this is that when you look around the world and you see how the world is designed, especially society, you be like, man, at least there should come a time where people should be like, you know what? I want to be different from most people in society. I want to be different. I want to stand out. I don't want to blend in. Although standing out can come with a lot of hate. Standing out can come with a lot of hate. Being a light comes with a lot of hate. Oh gosh. Being an empath comes with a lot of hate. Um, Being a scapegoat comes with a lot of hate. Being a chosen one comes with a lot of hate. You know, um, People will go to war with you, and a lot of times they don't know why. You know, but we're gonna talk about a few things today. We're gonna talk about toxic friends and certain things that they do. And there's a long list of things that toxic friends do. And I mean, pretty much, I'm pretty sure a lot of you all who are subscribed who are, part of this community, you all have encountered uh, crazy friends in the past that are toxic as hell. Um, Pretty much, they're like narcissistic friendships. Pretty much, they do all kinds of crazy stuff to you, and we'll get into that. And we're gonna talk about depression, you know, and the root cause of depression, right? So, when you're dealing with toxic friends, a lot of times they are they're leechy, really leechy, and they can be pretty abusive too. Like, whoever had friends that like to just randomly slap you in the face or like to play fight with you, and sometimes they like to wrestle with you, and a toxic friend would just tell everybody your business. Most toxic friends are narcissistic. Some are sociopaths. I've ran into both. And a sociopath is different because a sociopath will say all kinds of stuff to nitpick at your self-esteem, man. I mean, any little flaw, they're gonna blow it up. Especially if it's like a crowd or something. A sociopath will blow up your flaws like they get a thrill from making people feel less, shaming people for not being perfect, you know. And that's what I had to deal with most of my years, is that people expected me to be perfect, and then when I made a mistake, it was like it was like a big shock to them. But when they made mistakes, I was there for them. I didn't criticize them. I told them it's gonna be all right. Keep your head up. That's why now I don't have friends like that. I really don't, you know, because a lot of times when it comes down to friendships, um, it's always something that happens where it breaks up. It always something that happens where it breaks up. Um, Mainly jealousy, mainly just the backstabbing, telling people your business, always trying to get physical. The type of people I used to hang around back in the day, it's like they got a thrill from talking, cracking jokes at you. Shoot, they'll even talk about your mama. You know, they'll talk about your daddy. They were pretty ruthless when it came down to boundaries or a level of respect. You know, and like I said before, it's like there comes a time when as a chosen one, not everybody in the world comes to this realization. But it comes a time where you like, you wake up and you see a lot of shit that we've been through was like, it was like pretty much like assassination attempts. You know, so many people try to shoot at us with words, shoot us down, shoot at our self-esteem. Um, they wanted to see us walking around with our head down, not believing in ourselves. You know, they wanted us to believe that we wasn't gonna elevate past the situation that we was in. You know, we had to literally prove people wrong majority of our lives, you know. And like a toxic friend, right? A toxic friend, if a toxic friend let's just talk about the women on women dynamic. Let's talk about the women on women dynamic. Especially in today's age. Women, it's like, I think personally a lot of women just hate each other. They don't know why they hate each other. They just hate each other. You know, and a lot of times the reason why a lot of women are single is because they hang around ratchet ass friends that don't want to see them happy with a man. Oh, you with that dude? Nah, he gonna break your high watch. Or that friend will try to get at your man behind your back through social media, and you showing up to the house, you, is that my best friend laying in the bed with my man? How many cases like that has happened? You know, same thing with male on male toxic friendships. A male, sometimes some men are very obsessed with other men. I don't know how else to explain that. Some men are very obsessed with other men. And if they don't have your full undivided attention, they will literally try to break up any interactions you have with other people, especially if it's a woman. And me personally, especially me growing up in the hood, I've seen how men, like some dudes, they'll switch up on you when a female's around. When it's just you and that dude, when you so-called homeboy, oh, they cool, they chill. But when a female shows up to the picture, the whole personality changes. They start trying to put you down in front of the girl, try to make themselves seem cooler, trying to flex, you know, trying to gain all the spotlight and all the attention. And believe it or not, so a lot of those women fell for that kind of stuff. They didn't see it like that because a lot of times when do stuff like that, a lot of women see that as entertainment, you know. But that's the kind of friendship toxic dynamics that pretty much a lot of us grew up seeing, you know. So it's like, as a chosen one or an empath, or let's just say a person of the light, if other people who you consider friends ain't living right, got a lot of bad insecurities about them, they're gonna turn on you, man. They're gonna turn on you. And I'm gonna tell you, nowadays, a lot of people have some very serious insecurities. Like, they can be insecure about the way you dress, the way you talk, you know, they can be insecure about your life. They can be insecure about your family. Damn, man, you got a better family than me. They're only looking on the surface. They don't know what's really going on the inside. You know what I'm saying? And I guess a lot of times people have their issues because they think their situation is so bad. You know, I'm like, there's things I've seen on the internet, the amount of suffering that's going on around the world. Like, that's why it's like, there comes a time where you have to humble yourself, because ego can get in the way. You be like, damn, man, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. But there's people out there that wish they had what we had, you know? And a lot of times, everything that I have now, or everything that we have now, we had to work hard for it. Oh, Eva. Hey, Eva, what's going on? Yeah, I'm late night with it. It's Thursday. I try to, I had to muster up the strength to come on this live and, talk about some things. Um, this might be triggering, um, but A lot of us have had toxic friendships that fell out. And like I said before, when it comes down to women on women, it's like there's stories I've heard from other women how they was friends with a girl and she would wear everything that she was wearing, if you understand what I'm saying. I mean, she was just a total copycat, you know? And sometimes you got to be careful when people try to copy you, because a lot of times when they try to copy you, they'll try to get rid of the original, you know? I mean, it's insane, bro. The level of jealousy, insecurities, envy, and that's what's wrong with the world today, you know? We too busy fighting each other over stuff that is not gonna mean anything when we all are put in that casket, you know? Because one day we all gonna have to take that final breath regardless, you know? But that's just, I guess that's just how the system designed it. Some people don't see that it's designed to pit us against each other over some stuff that we'll never, more likely never ever get to experience, never ever get to have, you know? It's a shame that a lot of homeboys I used to know back in the day, the only time they dealt with me is if they needed something or they just was bored. And all the other people that they ditched me for wasn't dealing with them, so then they came running back. And mind you, these were the people that if they needed anything, I gave them gifts, I gave them shoes, things like that. I gave them certain things just to show them, you know, when I have a friend, and that's, you know, I try to show my friends that I appreciate them for being my friend. But one thing I want to tell you all is just pay attention to the sign. If somebody's just putting you to the back burner, they just putting you to the back burner and only show up when they bored or when they need some favor. You know what I'm saying? And toxic friends, man, they're gonna always have some issue going on in the family, or some issue going on with their car. Or how many of y'all had a friend that always needed a ride to work? They didn't want to take a bus. They didn't want to pay for Uber. Most times they didn't want to pay you gas money. Sometimes you was like, hey, I'll take you to work. It don't matter. You know, I'll take you to work. It's cool. But after a while, you come to realize your services can't be free like that, because they take total advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's the only time a lot of people nowadays want to deal with you, is when you're offering some sort of service to them. That's it. That's it. And the truth be told, the reason why it's like that is because not everybody can take your kind of spirit. I know not everybody can take my spirit. See, when we come around, we change the environment. We change the energy of the atmosphere. You know, that's why when you come around, people start moving funny. Some people can't sit still when you come around. Some people got to be all playful and jittery. You know, they got to establish some sort of dominance out the gate. You're not doing anything to them. You know what I'm saying? But that's just who they are. They, you know, it's like it's just the spirit that we carry. It's the spirit that we carry, y'all. Our spirit cannot be contained by a lot of people. And then when some people see our spirit or feel it, because they don't just see it, they feel it. See, we walk around everything all normal, but when we go around certain people, they feel us. It's like they pick up on our energy signature. You know, some people are drawn to it, others are repelled by it. A lot of times, what I've noticed is that if people ain't living right, more likely they're not gonna hang around you for long. They're just gonna disappear. You know, you ever walked out in public and you looking at somebody and they just instantly look away, or they know that you're there but they just won't look your way at all? You know, even if it's somebody you think is cute or fine, if they not looking your way or anything like that, they're probably more likely either not interested in you, or they just can't handle that energy signature that you're giving off. It's too much for them. It's like your presence alone puts people to shame in a kind of way, because it's like You have a level of innocence about you. You're not living foul and reckless, and they can see that. You know, that's why certain people in the past that you say, "Oh, I want to talk to this person. Let me put me down with this person." Be thankful you never got put down with that person. Or when I say put down, I mean like, you know, got connected with, started talking on the phone. Be glad that never happened because they was living a life doing all kinds of foul stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody can handle our spirit. It's just the honest truth. You know, I say this all the time. It takes a certain kind of woman to handle the kind of energy that I bring. If she already got some stuff on the back burner doing some dirt, she ain't gonna hang around me long. It doesn't matter how much I try to keep her around. She's just gonna go. She's not gonna be able to tolerate me. Same thing, ladies. Doesn't matter how much you like this dude. If he's doing some dirt on the back burner, he's not gonna be able to hang around you like that. That's why he'll disappear and do some other stuff. You wondering where he at, dude? They doing dirt. That's just, I'm not here to judge them, but that's the reason why a lot of people can't really be your friend or be in a relationship with you, is because a lot of people can't take chosen ones and empaths energy signature like that, because our presence alone just exposes them like wide open. you know Eva says, yeah, that's cool, blessings. Exactly, 100. Right, right. Mike says, cool, cool. Eva says, I agree. What up, y'all? E baby. All right now. E baby in the building. All right now. Eva says, absolutely. Right, right. Yeah, like, as a chosen one and as an empath, it has to come to a point where you have to realize that not everybody's meant to be around you. It takes a certain kind of person of a certain caliber, of a certain standard, to be able to handle your presence. You know? I mean, how many times you grew up, some of your parents will say, "Oh, I just can't stand you. I just can't hate you." They don't know why they can't stand you or why they can't hate you, why they hate you. They just do, man. You know? Because whatever dwells inside us is irritating them. You know? Whatever dwells inside us is irritating them. It's not like we try to do this. I wish we could live peaceably with everybody, but not everybody's trying to live peaceably with us. You know? A lot of people are living dark, dirty lives. I'm talking about real dark, real dark. You know what I'm saying? Having threesomes every week with married couples type shit. You know what I'm saying? That kind of shit. Tricking off for little bucks here and there. I saw a video of a girl, and this might sound a little graphic, but she was sitting in the car with her grandma, and she was like, her grandma was like, "Girl, your breath smell fishy as hell. What the hell was you doing?" She's like, "Nothing." And the grandma was like, "You probably was sucking the things. How much you was sucking that thing for?" She was like, $10. You was sucking it for $10. And this was the crazy part. The girl told her grandma if she sucked 5 dicks a day, she gets $50. That's how low people are living, y'all. People are living low down and dirty, bruh. You don't know what somebody's really doing behind closed doors. And if you're a chosen one and you don't get involved with all that stuff, most people can't even be in your presence that long. They're gonna leave because they're too low to hang with you. You feel me? They're too low. They're living dirty like that. You know? It's like some women dated some dudes, and I still to this day don't know how women are dedicated to dudes like this. But one day they doing laundry and they see skid marks in his in his boxer briefs. What the fuck is this? This and that. You know? So I'm saying this to say that you don't know how dark and dirty people are living, y'all. You don't know how dark and dirty people are living. Like, for real, for real. But you can tell by how they interact with you. They can't hang around you long. That's a telltale sign. If they can't hang around you long, that's a telltale sign that they doing some dark stuff, man. We don't have to judge them. Just know They're not on the same type of timing like you on. You feel me? Eva says, "Wow, yeah, it gets real out here, Eva, man. That's crazy." Yeah, Macabre. Oh, what up, Macabre? What are skid marks? Doodoo stains. Yeah, some women found doodoo stains in her man's drawers. Brown, chunky diarrhea in a man's drawers. What the fuck is this shit? Some females ran it, and I say this all the time. I don't know why how women run into dudes like that. And them the type of dudes that get some of the best royal treatment from women. Niggas that be having skid marks in their drawers and shit. I'm like, bruh, goddamn. It's like, to me, it's like a lot of time. Now, this is just an observation. A lot of women have a very high nurturing spirit. So when they see a guy that's low or living foul, she gonna try to. It's like it's in her to try to rescue him in some kind of way, or try to uh make him, uplift him, put him on a better path or something. It's like a thrill to them. But it is what it is. Like, you have to see a person for who they are. They live in foul and reckless. They live in foul and reckless. You have to think, especially if you're an empath, do you want that crap on your doorstep? You know. E-Baby says sometimes they will try to act like you're missing out and your way of living is lame. You know, E-Baby, you speaking some powerful facts. I've ran into that. I've ran into that. I ran into that. I was called a bitch because I didn't want to punch a damn hole in the wall or punch a damn hole in the door. I'm like, I'm not gonna injure my hand just to prove that I'm strong. That's the type of niggas I used to hang around. That's why I don't have homeboys now, because some of the homeboys I used to hang out back in the day, they was doing some reckless ass shit. And then when I said I didn't want to be part of it, they looked at me sideways. I'm like, I'm smart. While they hands all beat up and skint up from trying to punch a wall or punch a hole, my hands was looking just fine. Hell wrong with them. Goofy asses. Oh, Maccabee. Maccabee says, oh, okay. He may have a health issue. A health issue? You can't... If you... Well, what kind of health issue where you got crusty, dusty, skid mark shit stains in your boxer briefs? I don't know what kind of... Unless you got booty pumped too many times to where you can't hold it. I know this is crazy. I'm gonna tell y'all the story. There was a girl I used to know in high school. I used to have a crush on her until a few times. I'm like, how come every time I come around her, she smelled like perfume and doo-doo? And come to find out, she was having anal sex a lot. Anal sex? Anal sex? Listen, most black women ain't into anal sex. That's some, that I hate to say it, that's some white women type shit. A real black woman ain't gonna let a man stick his thing in her ass like that unless she's some super freak. Most black women ain't into that. you know. But what that does is it loosens up that area, and it's harder to keep fecal matter and stuff like that in. You know what I'm saying? It's harder to keep fecal matter and stuff like that in. So every time I used to hang around her, I'm like, why she smell like perfume and doo-doo every time I hang around her? Why she smell like perfume and doo-doo? You know? But she even back then, like high school years, she was doing stuff like that. She was doing anal sex. She was just out there like that. And another thing that comes with that is when somebody does anal sex, it can break somebody's spirit. Make them. That's why some people be like considered free spirited. A lot of times, and this is not all the time, but sometimes they done had somebody done broke them in their ass, done pumped them in their booty one time. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. This is gonna be a real one tonight, y'all. It's a real one tonight. Like, it's like it's crazy, bro. That's the kind of stuff I be. My nose is very well trained. Like my nose, shoot, I can even tell if a woman's clean down there or not. She don't even got to pull her pants down. I can smell it. All I gotta do is talk to her. That's how trained my nose is. It's crazy. But every time I was around that chick, she smelled like perfume and doo doo every time, like multiple times. I had a crush on her, then that kind of like turned me off, But these kind of things, we don't understand what that does. That's the dookie shoot. That's the dookie shoot. That's where fecal matter. Anything fecal matter, don't play around with it. Don't play around with it. Don't play around with it, y'all. Don't play around with it. Don't be playing with fecal matter. Just the thought of like me sticking my penis in a woman's asshole and pulling it out, and it's like doo doo and corn and all this. No. But you be surprised how nasty motherfuckers be getting. And a lot of times, a guy who like sticks his penis in a woman's ass raw, he catches diseases that way. He has to literally go to a doctor and have that stuff cleared out. Like, man, listen, y'all, the stories that I've heard, whew, nothing to play around with. Nothing to play around with. Hell no. Right, Eva. Hell no, Eva. Right. Don't get involved with the fecal matter. No, don't mess with that. Don't mess with that. Hell no. Niggas gotta get water jet surgery to flush out all that dookie out of their meat and stuff, because they done stuck it up a woman's ass and stuck it up a dude's ass. That's why this is not disrespect to gay folks, but playing with doo-doo ain't cool, man. Playing with doo-doo is not cool. Right, the dookie shoot. Right. Eva says, wow, that's sad when someone takes advantage of your kindness. Right. Right. That's nasty. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. And then I don't know what it is, but it's like, especially nowadays, if you're not into stuff like that, people will try to force you to be into stuff. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Like, okay, some women have to deal with other women trying to have sex with them. I'm pretty sure some of the ladies here have had situations like that where even some of their homegirls try to get at them. That's toxic friendship. Sometimes your friend is not really your friend. They're trying to push you to be they lover, you know, trying to introduce you to the toys and stuff. Same thing with men. Some men have homeboys that don't know that they homeboy got a secret crush on them. That's the reason why they hang around them. They do little slick gestures here and there. They'll try to hold your hand sometimes. They'll try to, rub your neck a few times. Like, no, don't do all that. No. It gets sinister when it comes down to toxic friends. When it comes down to friendship has to have a mutual respect. It should not be you play fighting with each other. Every time you see them, they want to put hands on you. They want to try to do all kinds of stuff. That's not a real friend. That friend is using you as some emotional punching bag. Literally, they trying to put some emotional trauma on you. You know. And some friends, they only hang around when they need something from you. You feel me? Right. Eradicate Nar says nope. Mike does says darker than dark. Right. Especially Polly. Right. Right. Baby says exactly. My best friend was like that. Yeah. 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 That's. I'm telling you, some friends. The only reason why they friends is because they have some sort of crush on you. You know, they just trying to find a way to slip it in or try to introduce you to it slowly but surely. They try to get all touchy, feely. Shoot, I'm trying to tell you, man. People just, when you dealing with certain people, you don't know. A lot of times, you don't know why they're in your face for. You don't know why they're in your face. That's all I'm saying. Let me see. But yeah, y'all. So, enough about toxic friendship. Let's talk about depression. You know, this might be this might be a little bit of a triggering conversation, but there's just gonna be some days where you're just not gonna feel good about yourself. You're not gonna feel good about your life, and sometimes you just have to take a chill pill. Sit down, maybe eat some food, watch some Netflix by yourself. It's sometimes it's stressful. Sometimes when you lonely, you can't really trust too many people. If you done been through narcissistic abuse, I don't care what nobody say, you will have trust issues. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got to say. Let me see right here. At my ex best friend is a girl. Oh, just ignore him. He being playful and ignorant. Don't pay that man no mind. But yeah, like I said, um, there's gonna be times where you just gonna be stressed out. Um, and it's tough, bro. It's tough. Like life is just, life is just one big emotional roller coaster. Like you're not gonna be 100% all the time. It's impossible, y'all. It's impossible because there's gonna be some times where you wish certain things played out. You be like, damn, I wish it played out like this, but it didn't. You know, you're gonna be put in situations you don't necessarily want to be in. Sometimes we have to fight even when we don't want to. You know, what helps me with depression is like getting up and going for a run or working out at a park. That helps me a lot. It helps regulate my core or things like that. Some people some people like to deal with their depression by smoking weed. The only problem I have with smoking weed for depression is a lot of this weed is genetically modified. It don't make you feel euphoric like it used to. Like back in 2009, 2008, the weed used to make you feel euphoric, like really high, make you feel really good. Now, it's like you smoke weed now, it'll just totally kill your confidence. It'll totally kill your drive to do anything. Shoot, sometimes you'll smoke weed, you don't even want to eat. That's how high you be. It'll like make you feel less than. A lot of the weed that's out here on the street now is tainted with something, man. That shit'll kill your confidence. It'll make you feel like you're not good enough. It just make the situation worse. I used to drink a lot back in the day, and I have stories for days because I was in the military, so that's pretty much all we did. Friday afternoon, once we got out of formation, we just went to the PX, picked up a bottle of Hennessy. Sometimes we'd head to the strip club. You know what I'm saying? And but a lot of those times that didn't help because I used to wake up with hangovers. You just wake up feeling worse than what you did before, you know. And then when I got out of the military, I was kind of like an alcoholic for a while because I was still dealing with narcissistic abuse. But it was like uh, it was like those times where every damn near 4 or 5 times a week I had like a natural ice in my hand, and then a lot of times every week I would go I would go to like the restaurant and I would get like 2, 3 Long Islands, just drink them to the face, top shelf to the face. And those times I was stumbling out the door. Like I had a really bad drinking habit. Like 2016, 15, 2015, 2016. It was really bad. You know, I mean that's not even half of the stories of stuff I've been through just being drunk. You know, now every now and again I have a drink, but not like how I used to. No, it used to be bad. I'm talking about almost every day of the week I had a beer in my hand with a joint. You know, Let me see. Eva, so true. I agree, so true. Right. Eradic- Eradicating and narcissistic abuse says ebbs and flow, good and bad, positive and negative. Right, right, right. Eva says, by the way, my birthday is on 420 day. Yeah. Yeah, if that's the day you want to enjoy Eva, if that's the day you want to enjoy it. Shoot, even I like to have a little smoke every now and again. It's just that I don't try to do it every day because that crap will kill your confidence. It'll kill your drive. A lot of that stuff is tainted, man. It's not like how it was back in 2008, 2009 when I first smoked it. When I first smoked weed, man, shoot, that was like euphoric high, orgasmic high. Now, you paranoid. You keep thinking about your life. You're not sure where to go next. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. So most times a natural way of dealing with depression is doing something positive. Even if it's like a to-do list. Like clean your room, clean your house, cut the backyard. Cut the grass in the backyard. That kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Right, right, eradicating that gas. Right, I see you. That gas. That gas, right. Shoot, I need me a little bit of gas sometimes. Shoot, I don't blame anybody. Shit. I just know a lot of times that shit be tainted, but Eva says, I don't smoke though, I drink in special occasions. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I don't see how some people I don't see how some people would drink a bottle of Hennessy. Like, you ever seen those videos? Somebody take a whole bottle of vodka and they're like, chug, 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 chug. And they just drink the whole bottle to the face. But, the after effects, though, they be in the middle of the dance floor, slump. Some people slapping them in the face. They're like, come on, wake up, man, wake up. I don't care what nobody said. If your friends want you to drink a whole bottle to the face, they not your friends. Cause a real friend be like, bruh, don't drink all that, bruh. Have a few shots, but don't drink all that. There's times I had to be a designated driver a lot of times, and boy, some of the people I had to be a designated driver for, man, they used to tell me to shut up. I'm like, who you telling to shut up? Sit your drunk ass down. Don't be telling me to shut up. You drunk as hell. I'm trying to make sure you get back safe. But when we used to go to the strip club, they used to pay for my dances and stuff. They was drunk as hell. They didn't care about spending money on dances and stuff. But me personally, I don't like the strip club. Them kind of women, them them are some of the most broken. It breaks my heart to see them. You know that they resort to that level. You know what I'm saying? I understand people gotta hustle the way they gotta hustle, but I don't go to strip clubs anymore. Like, not like how I used to. I've only been to like maybe 3 or 4. I remember one time I went to the strip club. This dude was in the strip club with a black eye. I'm like, God damn. It's like he got into a fight before and he wanted to relieve his stress at the strip club. I'm like, damn. I can't blame him, but the strip club just gonna take your money. You ain't gonna, unless you some high roller baller. Most of the time, you ain't gonna get no action from a stripper. They'll take your money for a dance, but they ain't gonna go back to the hotel with you unless you one of them type of dudes that you got some scammer money, some drug money. You gotta be into some sort of lifestyle for them women to actually give up the cheeks to you. If you just an innocent dude, you just an innocent bystander, man, they'll take your money, throw it back on you a few times. All right, get out the chat, nigga. Next, you know what I'm saying? That's just how they think. Eradicating narcs. Yeah, right, right. Eva says, right. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, but yeah. I mean, my story, man. When it comes down to drinking stories and places that I've been, I've done it. I've been out there. I just want to, share that with you all. But it's like depression will make people do some crazy stuff, y'all. Depression will make people do some stuff. Depression will make somebody pop a molly. Depression will make somebody pop a bean. Take some meth, take some heroin. And a lot of that stuff that they give us is like the withdrawal symptoms. Like, I've seen people so strung out on crack, strung out on heroin. It's like that crap really takes them. It takes their soul, bro. They give up everything. They'll sell their TV. They'll ruin their marriage. They'll give away the kids to CPS. I mean, bruh, just over a crack hit, over a cocaine hit, a heroin hit. Uh, down here in Florida, they got this thing called Flocka. Boy, that's pretty much bath salts. Man, that shit is so damn destructive. I've seen just in my neighborhood alone, I've seen like white women walking down the street, strung out on drugs, butt naked, just walking down the street. I can't tell how many times I've seen a few people butt naked walking down the street. It used to be really, really bad, like in the early 2000s, let's say 2005, 2006. Man, those times I see people walking down the street, they'll just stop, talk to a tree, or they'll just stop and do some like wave motion or something. Depression, man, drugs. When you live a life where some people have fucked up situations that the only way they know how to escape it is through the drugs, because the depression is that damn bad. So a lot of times, but then a lot of times there's people out there that they take the drugs and they just not the same anymore. Like, you see a time lapse of like over the years how people just change. True, even from weed, I've seen people change just smoking weed all the time. You know what I'm saying? Every day they got a big ass. Some dudes I can't smoke with. I can't. They smoke way too much THC than I can even handle. You know, and sometimes that invites more things in. They start popping pills, things like that. They start putting Adderall. Some people, a lot of niggas around my way, they on lean now. They on lean. Like, they taking that just to survive type deal. You know, I mean, it's just a lot. That depression will make people do some crazy stuff. Mainly drugs are a choice to help a lot of people escape. You know what I'm saying? But that shit changes you, man. But I've seen some people who came from the trenches and turned their life completely around. So a lot of times it's just a matter of realizing how destructive that stuff is. It's just a matter of realizing how destructive that stuff is, and putting that stuff down. Like, hey, I gotta get clean. I gotta make some changes. But drugs have taken people's lives really bad, to the point where they'll steal money from their parents. They'll steal money from their siblings just to have it. That's why a lot of times they end up homeless, because they get tired of all the thievery and all the connivery. Drugs, y'all. Drugs. Eva says, yes, negative outlet. Yes. Yeah, a negative outlet. Right. I mean, look at the society that we live in, y'all. This society is ruthless, bruh. It's ruthless. The only way you can have something here, you have to go out there and go get it. You have to go out there and put in the time, put in the grind. It's unfortunate you have to do it their way, you know, because a lot of stuff is more difficult than it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? Eva says, drugs are destructive in the neighborhoods. Yeah. Oh, yeah. E-Baby says, yeah, bath salt is illegal in a lot of places because of that. Yeah. Man, bath salts be messing people straight up. Straight up. That Flocka, man. And now they got this thing called fentanyl down here. Shoot. That's what made me not even want. That's what makes me, like, really, if I go get some gas, I'll inspect the heck out of that crap. Like, What's that white powder sitting at the bottom of the bag? You not finna sell this to me? Hell no. Trying to kill me on sight. They be trying to kill a nigga on sight. The fuck? Boy, I tell you. But yeah, man, like drugs and depression does not go hand in hand. There are natural ways of dealing with depression. A lot of times it's just best if you just try to work out or do something positive, do something constructive. Write a song, write a poem, draw something, go for a swim on the beach, or go on a trip, go to Universal Studios, go to Orlando or something, you know, do something positive. Cause what the system is designed is like when you depressed and you suffering, they want you to turn to drugs to alleviate that kind of pain. You know, like I said before, there's people out there that have suffered tremendously and they crawled their way out of the trenches, y'all. And that's pretty much like a real chosen one story, a real empath story. It's like we had to crawl our way out of the trenches. Look, we had to fight against people that tried to hold us back. Every one of y'all who's on my channel have had people that try to hold y'all back throughout your life. They try to be stumbling blocks. They try to prevent you from seeing your full potential. We all had to live through that, man. But we turned it around though. We turned it around. Was it easy? No. Was there tears involved? Yes. Was there blood involved sometimes? Yes. Bro, we had to put blood, sweat, and tears just to get to this point of awareness, y'all. But it's a beautiful awareness because your eyes are open now. You're just not going to tolerate any and everybody. You're not going to put up with toxic people trying to be in your life like that. You know, I understand we all gonna die one day, but at least while you here, try to keep your stress levels to a minimum. Try to live as peaceful as possible. It's really hard to have a peaceful environment in America. I'm not sure about other places around the world, but here, trying to have a full-on peaceful environment, it's very difficult to achieve. Very difficult. I don't care if you're in a gated community. Sometimes you ain't gonna have it. Some people that live in these big old houses and big old neighborhoods, they be having drama in them neighborhoods too. So it's like my best advice is like try to keep your life as peaceful and stress free as possible. So that way you can rest peacefully. You can be more energized. Because we already had too many people that try to drain us of our energy for so many damn years. You know what I'm saying? All these toxic friendships, all these toxic relationships, all these toxic family members we had to deal with. We had to deal with a lot of stress all the way around. But we became really wise for it and we just carry ourselves then. We're not so inviting of people like that. We don't just let people in like that. You know what I'm saying? I share my story with you all just, let y'all know the places that I've been. You know, I've been some places, y'all. I've been in the trenches. I know what darkness looks like. I do. Eva says, yep, they don't care. Right. Yeah, they don't care, Eva. E-Baby says, when you see through the narc misery, you'll stop feeling some type of way about them. Right. Right, E-Baby. Right. Because a lot of times they bring that stuff on themselves. Yes, they do. Because at the end of the day, that's the choice that they made. That's the choice that they made. I'm going to keep saying that's the choice that they made. You know, they chose to be disrespectful. They chose to be playful and immature and want to fuck with people. That's on them, y'all. That's on them. That's they shit. But as far as us, as long as we try to stay on this path of righteousness and try to, you know, as long as we don't keep up drama and we stay out the way and just focus on our goals and focus on, becoming better versions of ourselves, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. And if somebody hating on you because you don't want to tolerate bullshit, tell them to kick rocks with their bare feet. I hope they chip a toenail too. It is what it is. Who gives a damn? Because at the end of the day, if they not supporting you in a positive way and don't respect your beautiful light, your beautiful spirit, then They're just not gonna be around you like that. They're not meant to be around you like that. Most people can't tolerate a chosen one spirit like that. They just can't. Because a lot of people live in dark ass lives. Eva says, yes, that's cool. Thanks for sharing. For sure, Eva, for sure. You know, I just want to thank you all for just being there, you know, for just being there and supporting the content. And, you know, I really appreciate you all, man. Like I said, just stick to your path and try to keep your life as clean as possible, man. That's all I try to teach on this channel. Try to keep your life as clean as possible. Don't start any drama, don't start any BS. Defend yourself if you have to. Use what you learned to discern these energy vampires. Right? The whole gambit. All that. All that there. Yep, true, I agree. Right, Eva, right. E-Baby says exactly. Energy always circles back to the source. Right, whether it's negative or positive. Right. That's what they say. What you put out there is what you receive. You know? Some of us struggle with certain things, but hey, as long as your intentions are pure, everything will work out. Alright? But listen, y'all, it's 50 something minutes in. Let me shout y'all out. Mike, thanks for coming through. E-Baby, thanks for coming through like always. Eva, thanks for coming through like always. Eradicating Narcs. Let me see. Eradicating Narcs, thanks for coming through, brother. Um, Let me see who else. Mackerby, thanks for coming through. I appreciate you all. Yeah, y'all, thanks for coming through, y'all. Thanks for watching the content. I hope y'all enjoyed this message. I will make it public as soon as possible. As soon as I get off of here, you all be able to watch it again. But I hope y'all enjoyed it though. I really did. True, 100. Good night. Stay blessed. Good night, y'all, man. Good night, y'all. Y'all please be safe, man. You know, just keep on the path that you on. All right. Listen, I love y'all. Please be safe out there. And I'll talk to y'all again soon, man. All right. Bye-bye now.